Hello. Hello, hello. So yeah, I wanted to check my messages and do my laundry late at night. And I checked on my Discord. Hello, 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 hi. Many highs. And in the process, I saw Dunk was playing Primordialis for the first time, which was pretty exciting. Hello, how's it going there, Thomas? Hello, hi, hello, hello, hi. If everybody's just saying hi, it's kind of funny. But yeah, I decided I'd drop by and give him some advice since it was his first time playing. And I'm like, here, I'll just like send you an image. And he's like, no, jump in a call. And I'm like, oh, okay. So things kind of escalated out of control. And I ended up staying up until 6 o'clock in the morning instead of like waking up and doing my laundry and going to bed like I wanted. But I had a super good time, and it was really fun to see Dunk do his best at a brand new game that has such similarities to Noita in terms of how you end up learning it. I thought that was really cool, and I hope I opened his eyes to the potential, so hopefully he's interested in playing more in the future, because yeah, obviously it's one of those things where when you're playing those really advanced games like Noita or Primordialis, sometimes it's hard to see the full potential of what's right in front of you. Yeah. Day's going good so far there, Dustin. I just got up and had like a cookie, a piece of bread, and a bunch of spinach right out the dang bag, and I'm just like, alright, I'm ready. We send. Probably should have eaten a more balanced breakfast, but, you know, it's fine. Food is optional, I think. At least sometimes. Thoughts on a flashbang summon? It could, I mean, depending on what you mean by flashbang, I bet you could make it work. Gasminute, hello, hello. Hello. Greetings. Ooh, we got acid. Antenna Bug! It's been a little bit. How's it going? Hello, hello. Let me just see if I can work through this guy. Good. You can't hear... Oh, you can't hear stream because of stupid ads. I gotta run my stupid pre-rolls. Or, not the pre-rolls, I gotta run my normal ads. That way people don't get pre-rolls. How's it going there, Gaston? Sorry about the ads. I'm very annoyed by those. Hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome. We're going small mode. And we're grabbing both of these. So what I want is my drones to shoot acid backwards. And then keep it simple. Something like that. And then one of these, and then one of these. Bada bing, bada boom. Fill ourselves up on the greens. Give me one of these for a tail. That should be pretty good. There aren't a lot of guides on how cells interact with one another. Yes, I plan on making several guides. In fact, yesterday I was actually organizing a bunch of ideas so that way I could make some guides for people, because that is very much something that I like to do. There we go. That works pretty well. Apparently they're dubs. Things are popping off a little bit. I would say that Primordialis has definitely been good for the old numbers, which is nice because I really enjoy this game. I like it's just kind of a no-brainer to open Primordialis for me right now, which I really like. This guy is such a pain in the butt with the way he runs away from you. Gotta like fully surround him. There we go. Can you make a multi-rolled creature? Depends on what the role you're looking to fill is, but yeah, definitely do that. Did you know if you take drift, become elastic, you'll expand when spinning? I mean, the expansion thing already happened with elastic. But yeah, there's some goofy, weird stuff you can do with elastic for sure. Yeah, for sure. I gotta do more stuff with that. Poignant, how's it going? Have you tried Magicraft? It's a wand builder, like Noita, not as good, but still neat. I have. I was hoping to actually get a sponsorship deal with the developer, but, when I had, given them my offer, they didn't respond to me. And keep in mind, they reached out to me first. I was actually very surprised that they didn't, because I offered them a really flexible deal. But, you know, people get busy. I should probably call them again. Or message them again. The developer of Magicraft had reached out to me a while back. Ying, I think, is their name. Our acid is very potent. Just because we're spraying such a thick density of it because we're small. It's giving us significantly more damage than we would have normally. Which is really nice. Oh, that thing's just going right into it. Mad lad. There we go. That's one down. I'm trying to think of a good way to avoid getting acided. I might try, like, some interior jets. Yeah, so jets would ruin my acid stream, and that's kind of the main thing that I'm worried about. But I want to try, like an interior line of jets, kind of like this. So what if I do, something along this line? So it shouldn't push me, but it helps push the acid away. Make the acid color white. Now, why would I do that? That does look pretty good. Yeah, that's really good. Considering how little I changed on the build, it's giving me a ton of extra range. I'm a little worried the damage is less good. What if I do, like, super transparent white? Would that work? I'm just, like, spewing smoke now. Ray Craig says, this is why it's not called AliasBot bot. Having just heard the lore over at Dunks. How's it going, Ray Craig? I had such a good time last night. I did not expect to randomly be invited onto stream. I'm just like, I just want to send him a picture of a functional build so he's not struggling in the early game. He does not get blown back though. That's true. Yeah, I haven't had the chance to look at the way that enemy works yet. That one over there. So it's got some sort of, like, just tiny attachment keeping the explosive in place. It's probably using some sort of, like, camouflage technology to make it hard to see. Dude. Ow. 8x jet combo? Is that what it uses? I don't know how the crown thing works. Seems kind of silly. Primordialis, exactly. Okay. We're murdering up a storm. I actually really like this build. Okay. We do a little bit of that. That dude is so annoying. I could potentially... Oh yeah, here's Ink Cell. Krath wanted me to show this off. Let me sneak in a little bit of Ink Cell here, just for pain. Get blinded. Hang on, I should change the color back to normal. There's an enemy in there. We can't see them, but they're there. Running for their life now. Die. Those snowflakes have so much health. They actually don't. The reason they're tanky is because they spin. Their spinning actually gives them a ton of resilience. Amusingly. This is actually working surprisingly well. I think it makes it so the enemies don't really come after me as much. And I'm blind. It is unpleasant. That is the one part about the build that kind of sucks. There's the boss. If you want to survive, spin. Well, not just spin. Spin really, really, really fast. Okay, we got explosion immunity. That's huge. Huge! That's like the biggest one that we need to survive on the next floor. So we're gonna want, like, a triple layer. Normally I only do a double layer, but I think we need to be extra tanky. We're gonna have to internalize these a bunch more. I have not beaten the game, in this version, at least. I've obviously beaten the old version of the game many times, but yeah, I've beaten this version. Okay. This is looking pretty bulky. And I think I can even add to the bulk. Living in now, yeah. I'm working on it. It's tricky. What am I building? I'm building a super acid sprayer. That's the idea. I think I need, like, 2 of these. There we go. This might be your grossest build yet. I don't know about that. Okay, that's perfectly stable. Okay, that's good. I know, Guessminute. I know this reduces my damage, but I think in this next zone, enemies are really, really, squishy, so I'm not too worried about it. What does blind do mechanically? Basically makes the enemy forget about you, and they will just kind of revert to their default programming. Yeah, it's pretty common for the majority of viewers to be lurkers. That's just kind of how it be. It's how it normally works. Should add more drag. That explosion launched you a bit further than is safe in this zone. I have a ton of drag. We've got an insane amount of external hard cells. We should be relatively safe. I'm fairly confident in this build. Yeah, any stream can be a stream where you lurk. Any stream can be a stream where you chat. It's just how it be. Yeah, I gotta check out the workshop. I think that would be a good little thing to do. Learn what other people are up to. Could be fun. Would be fun. Undeniably. We are ripping, dude. Yeah, if you launch yourself into a wall in this biome, you're as good as dead. It's really unfortunate. But also kind of cool. The front jet's pulling double duty, stabilizing and pushing away acid. Yeah, they're doing a really good job. I'm really liking these internalized jets. They're not normally how I utilize jets, but they've been pretty good. He's just tanking. Yeah, the damage on this build is pretty good. I'm fairly pleased with it. I don't think we're strong enough to kill the secret boss, or the whirlpool boss, sadly. I don't think we're even close to being able to do that with this build. We need to have multiple damage types, and acid is probably one of the weakest damage types to kill something like that. But yeah, this one is doing well. We've got an acid spitter build with a little mix of ink in it, so that way enemies kind of lose track of what they were doing. And yeah, it's just like a really strong defensive build with some good offense mixed in as well. The reason why my acid might be doing more damage than normal acid is because we are utilizing the cell shrinking thing. So, ooh, this guy eats all my acid. Get murdered horribly. So, we've got smaller cells. So, we've got, like, a ton of cells to work with, but we're like, shrunken down, which means that the acid concentration is higher than it would be normally. How do summons work in this game? You need to detach a piece of your body and have it with, like, essentially some sort of brain, so that way it can complete the function that you want it to. So, Angry Cell is, like, the go-to for me. But, yeah, it's really that simple. It's nothing too crazy. It's tempting to go for the Jet Acid combo, because it's really, really strong. But we've got so many jets, or so many acid, that it would make me, like, I wouldn't be able to afford to do the whole thing. Yeah, detach a piece of your body, add a brain, and make sure that it's got a complete electrical setup. Could you make a summon that generates acid? I could, but the reason why I haven't yet is because I don't have the necessary cells to make that actually effective. It would need to be a little bit of a different system for that to be good than what I've currently got. So the problem with acid is that it deals a lot of self-damage. So you need to somehow find some way to mitigate that, which is normally with jets or by firing it behind you. And we do a bit of both. The problem with firing stuff behind you as a drone is that enemies won't aggro to a drone. So firing behind the... And also they're not smart enough to, like, properly kite an enemy. So they'll just run into the enemy and not actually do any damage. So you would need to have, like, a pretty specific setup to make it work. And there's actually an enemy that does exactly that in the acid zone of the first level, where they use phasing acid creatures that go inside of the player and shoot acid while they're inside the player. And that's the most effective method of using it, but obviously phasing is incredibly rare, so the chances that you'll get the opportunity to do that in the current game state is pretty unlikely. And this guy's getting completely destroyed because he got inked in the face and didn't know what was going on. Parasitism... These are all pretty useless. I'm just gonna take echolocation. Okay. I'm gonna let this guy shoot me. He killed himself. You all saw it. You all saw it. He killed himself. It wasn't my fault. When are you going to do another enemy breakdown vid? Are you going to cover the new creatures added? Yes. I've actually got one done. It's just that we've been they're in editing right now. So we're going to be more heavily editing and doing less creatures per video, so that way the videos are just higher quality. But we will make adjustments as we go for the series. Make a most dateable Primordialis enemy tier list. I think you were supposed to hit something really bad for that. How about this? When the game is, like, complete, What if I make a most fishable tier list instead? Does that sound reasonable? Who I'd want most to least to be on the end of my fishing line? Yeah, we could do a taste. That could be a thing. We're running an acid build that just fires off acid super hard and does very good damage and disorients the enemy. It's kind of the idea behind the build. Did you try to survive in only boss area? Yes, I have, there, Kiri. And I've successfully managed it to several times. I tend to go there super early game a lot of the time when it's available, because it gives you just an insane amount of resources, and you can kind of skip a lot of the early grind. Plant boss is pretty easy. Yes and no. They're like not a threat in terms of damage, but they are very, very durable. So if you don't have a good offensive build, it's kind of bad. This is Alias material, and then sometimes I find out you were a Poppy main. It makes a lot of sense that I was a Poppy main, because Poppy had the ability to select a target, make them completely useless to the rest of their team, and so you just pick the worst guy on the enemy team, and then you go kill the entire enemy team, and then you go kill the guy who was useless to the enemy team. And therefore, they're the bad guy. How is that not extremely me-coded? I get to one-shot the entire enemy team, and I get to make somebody feel bad, and I get to make people turn against each other in a video game? Fuck yeah. It's so good. These nuts, if you spam again, I'm gonna have to request you are timed out for the rest of the day. Checkmo, how's it going? Just getting into this game, looking forward to consuming your body and absorbing your knowledge. This build looks sick. Yeah, this is a fun one. What? You're gonna eat me? What? Which version of Poppy are we talking about? I don't remember what she did before eating people. She had an ultimate ability where when you ulted a player, only that player could interact with her, and then she had a bubble around her, and she would do like 70% more damage to that person in the bubble. So you could one-shot kill them, and the idea is you just go assassinate that one person, and then your job is done as Poppy. But if you build to get ahead, and she was the only character in the game that could do magic critical hits. So you could build like Static Shiv and Trinity Force and then like all AP, and she would like one-hit kill people with 1900 damage critical hit, like magic damage critical hits, which was incredibly hard to build against. And yeah, you'd just run around and one-shot kill everybody on the enemy team, and then you'd go kill the last guy, and it was awesome. It was so fun. First time I got phasing. Like, why does this work on lava walls? Wait, does it work on lava walls? I've never done that. You know about the horrible situation Roblox is having. This sounds like a... this sounds like a... That's like a news channel for children. This just in! Roblox is in deep trouble! Good God. Would you be able to explain this game's bizarre health bar and how they correlate to heart cells? Yeah, I can try. So the white bar is your effective health. If I replace my, hearts, you can see that we have a lot less effective health. And, every cell has a biomass. And you can see that that's the storage. One biomass is the standard. And hearts have 25 biomass. The more biomass you have, the more effective health you have. If you get down to this green bar, you'll gray out and you'll be in survival mode. while you're in survival mode, you can't use your cells to their full potential. And then when you hit this white bar, you die. And based on your cell composition, you'll have like a different pace of... oh yeah, it's hearts have 100 storage for 25 cost. It's even... So they're 100 times more biomass storage than your average cell, which is crazy. It's super, super strong. But yeah, that's the idea, is that you need hearts to be able to survive well most of the time. Can you split into multiple units with their own hearts? Yes, you can. We've actually got the tools to do that with Angry Neuron and Breakaway Cell and Power Switch. So we power up an Angry Neuron, and then we can have like a little guy break away from us and go do its own thing. What is the Cyan? A Cyan is Overheal. So you get that normally from using leeching, but any way to get Overheal, you'll get it. So like if I reduce all my hearts into these, you'll see I have an Overheal bar there for a moment. Can they live on their own, or can they only have, can you? Yeah, you can have hearts in your summons, and then your summons will stay alive. If your summons don't have hearts, they actually lose HP over time. Maybe do lots of little acid summons and combo acid with explosion. I don't think it would be worth it. They always lose HP, actually? Interesting. Detached parts lose HP and can't regen, unless you have budding. I wish the game helped explain that as well as you did. Do hearts help with regeneration as well? Based on where you are in the body, let's say I, like, lose a big chunk of my body, like, here. So, like, this is, like, a piece that I just took damage from. Biomass from the surrounding area will try to start to regenerate this chunk of body. So, because these hearts are really close, they will immediately start regenerating way faster. If there was, like, a piece of my body, like, way out here, if this gets cut off, it's going to take a really long time for biomass to transfer over to here, because the nearest heart is all the way over here. So basically, your body tries to it tries to make like a bandage in a way. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. It's a little weird. That's just how I understand it. Obviously, I don't know how the exact mechanics work, and that's something that's still a little unknown, but that is how I understand it. And it seems that hearts do play a major role. Biomass being near the part that you just took damage is the best way to recover. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be the case there, Endo. Heart proximity does help regen. The other day, somebody said it didn't, and then I proved that it did. It would be better if you had one large mass of hearts rather than a bunch of eyes. So having a large mass of hearts is good for keeping yourself safe from... Like, for example, if I got, like, chopped like this, I'm not going to take that much damage. But if they manage to get into my hearts here, I'm dead. I am 100% dead. So the idea is to put these in the most defensive location possible. But if I were to, for example, spread my hearts out throughout my entire build, like, you know, like this, and not ever have, like, a mass, and just have... you know, all over those, I'm gonna have, like, an increased vulnerability to taking damage. So you want to have, like, a little bit of biomass hanging out in various regions. You can see I've got some up here, so that way it improves your regeneration. But then, you also want to have, like, a most defended location on your body as well. So it's like a good mix that you want to have. I already... I'm just skipping out on the... I'm just gonna hope that this build is good enough without the Radiant and all that. That's kind of the play. 34 orb Primordialis run win. I don't think they're gonna be adding... I don't know if they're gonna be adding any quests like that into this game. It's hard to say. Radiant is just like AoE heat. It's quite strong. It's a light cell combo cell. It's kind of cute. bit of that. It's lacking in extra content right now. I'm sure Caluresis will figure out what he wants to do with the bonus. Okay. Hello, hello. Thanks for helping the bald man last night. It was fun to watch him start getting good. He was figuring stuff out so fast toward the end there, Juniper. I'm really excited to see the next time he plays. He actually took to Sandbox like a duck to water. I was super impressed. I'm really happy that he ended up liking it. Dunker Slam is being called bald. He's not actually bald. He's just got a mildly receding hairline. As do, like, what is it? A quarter of men? A third of men? Or something like that? Dunk is bald, don't listen. It's not fair! He did this one time, and it was just like game over. Okay. A little bit of this. Got the first 10 minutes of you helping last night. What were you doing up so late? What was I doing up so late? So I got up, so I went to sleep early because I was trying to fix my sleep schedule, and I woke up fully awake at 1:40 in the morning, and I went to check my Discord because I'm like, what if somebody messaged me? I like to do that. I like to check. Nobody messaged me, and then I peeked over on the side, and I saw Dunker Slam is playing Primordialis, and I'm like, oh shit! I gotta go check what Dunk's doing. And then I'm like, oh man, Dunk is kind of fucking bad. I gotta give him a hand. So I'm like, here, I'm gonna send you a picture of this build, and you should make it. And he's like, oh yeah, no, feel free to help me out. Jump in a call, and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm doing that now. I was gonna go do my laundry. And I just ended up staying up till 6 o'clock in the morning, hanging out with Dunk. It's fun. It was fun. It was good. I'm glad I did it. It was a great time. Yeah, Dubs, I'm giving up on the YouTube scenario. As long as... I got Nixie in there. Nixie, pull the trigger if you need to. Go crazy. I don't care. Yeah, Dunk is such a fucking awesome guy. He's super nice. He's a really cool dude. I wish he had a better schedule so I could hang out with him more. How does it feel being the Latali of Primordialis? Honestly, that is underselling the amount of insane knowledge that Latali has. I know a decent amount about this video game, but it's still in its early infancy, and I would say that there's easily, like, at least 5 or 6 sandbox nerds that know way, way more than me. So, yeah, it's a thing. Listen, if whoever is being a problem, then... And they just, like, came back for no reason, then that's annoying. But if they're chilling now, then just leave them be, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, H is insane. H is nuts. We just ripped that guy to pieces. That was awesome. Okay, we got Chain Lightning. You're at least the Dunker Slam of Primordialis. There you go. Have I seen Zone 5 yet? Yes, I have. I've been in Zone 5 several times. What's your build going in for Zone 5? I think it might just be this, to be honest. I think I'm going to overcharge. To increase my range. Okay. Let's try this out. Something like that, I guess. This build's, like, really good. I don't think there's too much I need to change. Interesting. Did you nest your ink cells? Yeah, I've got triple nested ink cells. Carrying people in a raid for Fallout 76. Fun. Got this guy over here. Okay, let's try this out. Spray the venom, or spray the acid. Alright. It's a pretty good looking sign. There we go. That's one down. What is this thing doing? It's like shooting rockets or something. Alright. I mean, ideally, we don't have to ban anybody as long as they behave. But, you know, I guess it doesn't ever, or it doesn't always work out that way. People behaving and whatnot. Okay, so this is like an electrical build of some sort. As long as I keep them inked, they won't know what to do and they'll keep bumping into walls, which is where the acid is most concentrated, and it'll end up making them take a crap ton of damage. So you can see that they just kind of wander into the acid and die, which is very nice. This build has been quite effective. This guy dies really fast, so we'll take him out next. Yeah, the pufferfish enemy is really cool. Bit of a bastard, but definitely extremely cool. How's it going there, Deez? I am bound for a surprise, am I? I'm gonna go ahead and take a look later, when I'm not doing this stuff. The new combo, light cell with hard cell? Yeah, but it would make them way weaker. That's not a good idea. Actually, it would make them regen faster, too. It's an interesting idea, Alon, but I think with this build, it'd be particularly dangerous because acid breaks cells really easily, which is a bit of a thing. No, the thing about acid is it's a very simple cell. You don't really need to do anything too crazy with it for it to be strong. I think we're just gonna jump into the next room here. We should be able to rip through everything pretty quickly. Lasers! No, 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 no! Ouch. Okay, we got the laser off us. That's good. I'm gonna focus on the laser guy primarily. Okay. That guy got completely melted. Oh, he's over there. Must have regenerated somehow. Okay. Got him. Oh yeah, she saw them. She saw your message there, Trevor. She saw your message. She turned down gas money. What the fuck? Michaela, you're turning down gas money? What the hell? It's like, I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. guy's taking a while to die. Does double acid do anything? Yeah, it would just generate double acid. It would be good. It would absolutely be strong. There we go. So we're going to do a thermal build. So we need negating. I don't think I'm going to be able to make this big enough. I might have to shrink down. I am pretty safe here. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. And if I really start to struggle, we'll add in the overcharge variant. But basically what you can do is thermoelectric generates voltage proportional to its temperature. If you go into negative temperature, then it will generate negative charge. You use negating to make it into a positive charge, and then you use heat pumping cell, because heat pumping cell cools you down. It will create an infinite charge loop, so you will just continually gain overcharge with that loop. So that was the plan. I'm not going to do that, though, because for now, my build is working, and I will adjust it if it stops working. Oh, damn. Dude, so many enemies spawned in this one. It's kind of scary. Oh, shit. This is a big room. This is a big room. With a great many enemies. I'm doing that thing where I'm swapping targets repeatedly, which is not a good thing to do. What is my frame rate? 18? Oh my god. That is not very good. Chad do be going kind of crazy today. He's going a little wild. Don't laser me, please. What is that giant blue laser mess over there? Holy shit. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. I need to deal with this laser bastard. Stop looking at me. There we go. We just gotta ink him so he forgets where I am. There we go. Okay, this one dies pretty fast. Beautiful. Alright. Up next is this guy who died instantly. Died so fast. We might have over-nerfed that guy a little bit. It's quite possible. That dude's dead. Dude, we're ripping into him now. They do be dying. Okay. Is the bitrate actually doing well for this? That's awesome. I'm kind of impressed. Have you ever gotten to the boss? Not this boss, no. I'm hoping this is the time. This thing's still alive? Holy shit. I thought for sure it was dead. It's regenerating! How is it regenerating so fast? Okay, there we go. Alright, are these guys just gonna bump into one another? If you haven't beat the game yet, I'm very concerned for my chances. I've been doing the classic thing where I over-engineer my build until I die. This time, I'm very consciously trying not to do that. This thing is... They died pretty fast earlier. There we go. Got him. Oh, weird. I can't hear my creature. Can you guys hear my creature? No. Weird. Yeah, it's just silent now for some reason. I'll close out of the game and reopen the game again. I hope that fixes it. So this build is an acid spitter build with a mixture of ink as well. And the ink basically prevents enemies from directly attacking me, and then I can just kind of break them down with the acid. And it's very, very efficient. And I also have really, really high defense, and I'm super small. So yeah, we're very, very strong defensive build. Something really broke on my computer. Yeah, I don't know. It does look like the Terraria eye a bit. Okay. There we go. We fixed it. It is now working once again. How would acid work when using heat alongside it? Exactly the same. There's no interaction between heat and acid as far as I can tell. Some relatively dangerous enemies kicking around here. Ouch. It's rude. Not sure what I should be most worried about, considering there's 4 enemies in this room. Stay away from me, demon. Okay, this guy's almost dead. We'll see if we can't do a kill here. Man, we're gonna need, like, exclamation mark fish for this game. Kind of like how Noita has exclamation mark wands. That's what we're gonna need for this. So that way people can, like, look at the build and understand it. Yeah, we're using jets to propel our acid.
Now that's one big mushroom.
Okay. This is the last guy. We're gonna rip through him like he's nothing. Get in that corner. Taste my wrath. Is build always fish? I guess not necessarily. Okay. Yeah, that's fair, Toadsnooze. Why does the screen go blank like that? Because of the ink. My ink is occasionally blinding me. Any guesses for the boss? Not even a faint idea. This is on YouTube as well, there's Sam Kane. Yes. Is there a max level? I don't think so. I don't think there's a max level. Alright, here we go. It is time to face the last boss. An enemy that I have never seen before. And have been working toward for a very long time. Hopefully, we are powerful enough for it. Here we go. Okay, so first thing I'm seeing is a lot of the basic enemies, which is interesting. Let's just focus on killing them. Maybe it's a wave thing, where I gotta kill all these enemies and then I get to face the boss. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, the game is omega lagging. That is for sure. Hopefully we'll be okay. My goodness. Oh god. Yeah, the FPS is rough because there's 1 billion enemies that we're fighting. We're just fighting some of the laggier enemies in the game. I don't know if this is also a CPU-reliant game, I'm not sure. Okay. We're killing dudes. Things are happening. I can back there, guessing it. Alright. I would really like to see these enemies start to die. Yeah, this is the last room. We should be getting the boss fight, I think, maybe. Or maybe the boss is after. I have to find out. Okay. These guys are tanking pretty well. Yeah, these things are really strong. They're very durable. Hoping that we start killing them soon. I definitely need to improve my, my damage output at some point. That would help a lot. This last boss fight, I might have to make some major adjustments. Because I imagine if these enemies are this tanky, then the last boss is going to be even tankier than this. Because this is some absurd durability. Okay, there we go. Finally, we got another one. Be able to get to level 30 off of this, probably. Very nice. Level 30 feels like the... not the max level, but like the highest level that I've been able to attain with any level of consistency. Okay. Let's kill this guy, because he should be pretty free. Goes down pretty quick. I need to make sure that I'm firing my acid at, like, an optimal range. Because we've got, like, really long-range acid. So, the maximized damage is actually, like, pretty much the tip of the screen. You can see that it does a lot more damage that way. Okay. A bunch of this. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat, but also trying to, like, focus. It's a lot. Oh, hey, apparently I killed another guy. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Nice. Chat is kind of going crazy. Need to put on, like, something to auto-read it to me. Who's Michael? What do you mean, who's Michael? You can't ask that. You gotta know Michael. Michael! Yeah, I guess people don't know Michael. Kinda crazy. Gotta reintroduce people to Michael. God, that worst stream of the year was so fun. I gotta do one of those again. Another worst stream of the year. The only Michael you know is Michael Scott. I find it very hard to believe you only know one Michael. It's okay, guys. It was a good stream. It was a very good stream. Ah, yeah, Michael. Yeah, I guarantee you there's at least like 2 Michaels in chat right now. Could be more. Michael's a pretty common name. Okay, we only got 2 more enemies to deal with, and then maybe the boss spawns in. Maybe? Or maybe we get to fight the boss after we go to the build zone. Not sure. Oh yeah, there's a Michael. There's another Michael. There's at least 2 Michaels. There it is! That's 2 Michaels! There we go. 2 Michaels. Boom. Called it. I know, I think I know like 4 Michaels personally. All of them are pretty chill dudes. Is it 4? Maybe it's 3. I might also be a 3 Michael knower. Got him. Did we win? Yeah, Michaela? That doesn't count. No. It doesn't. Ooh, I get to pick another one of these. Entropy reversal. Unlimited electricity power. Have you experimented with burning your enemies? Much. I have done so very much, yes. Okay. I'm thinking we do... detach. And yeah, I guess we'll do double detach. And we don't have Angry Cell anymore, so this is gonna be a brainless thing. That is fine. Okay, and then put like little seekers on it so that way if I end up in control of one, I can actually move myself properly. There we go.
Thank you.
Endo, thank you for gifting out a sub. Thank you. Like surrounding my creature with fire cells as a type of armor. That's fun. A point bet for the boss? Nah, let's just run it and see what happens. I wanna just experience it and not have to worry about that. Okay. So now we got these little lads. I think we're going to do it like this. Okay. I don't love how they shove me like that. Okay, here we go. Let's go! What is happening here, dude? This looks sick! This looks so cool! What the hell? This is awesome. I wonder if I'm gonna have to, like, fight the whole level or something. Alright. Whoa. Yummy. Doesn't seem to be taking any damage. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage from these summons. I'm going to adjust them. Be like this. Okay. So that way they'll just like hang out. Is it not working? Yeah, I'll catch you later there, Kesmit. What am I doing? I'm attacking this weird orb. I don't know what's going on with it. What if I get rid of these? Maybe the acid is the doesn't seem to be a problem. More acid. Why don't I try using heat pumping? Briefly. Maybe acid doesn't activate the boss. Oh shit! Oh shit, okay. Actual boss fight starts here. Whoa. Okay. Oh my god. This is sick and terrifying. Oh my god. He wouldn't hit me again. I'm in a corner. I'm dead! Oh my god! There's like a whole epic boss fight and I fucked it! Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect like a completely separate type of boss fight. That's sick as fuck. Time for a thermal run? Perhaps. Why did I stop shooting? Because I needed to regen and I was taking slight damage from myself.